yun ang atong 18th annual. So salamat kayo. So hopefully ang ako rin yung pangayo nga okay, successful ta, nga walay crash. Everyone will come back home safe and sound. Thank you.
Tunggu siya po ng pero. Boy, kumusta? Ano tag-iya sa kono? Tag-iya sa rekla?
Calling all riders for coming. Yes, you will get something. Pero mo announce for me.
Boys, we're back, and this is a special edition, meaning it is Tour ni Frank time. This is the 18th edition, as what Frank had mentioned earlier. And what is nice about this race is that in this category, everybody is really 50 plus, because Frank threatened, or rather required, identification to show that riders in this cat are really 50 years old and above. For this particular race, there was no Philip Sainz, no Anilo Barbalose. I don't know where they were. I think there was another race going on, and Nilo was there, and Philip, I think, was back home in Ormoc taking care of something. So the best rider in this race is Jerome Rodriguez of Ome. The usual suspects in this cat is Art in blue, Eating in, I don't know, it's pink, and then we have Lito on the left, and who else? The guy in yellow is Rudy Mendoza, and he is showing off his new carbon bike. MG Guillermo is wearing the blue kit, and the one in the orange is Mario Nito Erabuno. So had Orlando Ring in blue shorts, black socks, white shoes. Highland Bardae just in front of me, pink socks, black shorts. Guy on the right is Roy Villabilis. And since I'm not very good with cornering, I just brake late and try to overtake guys at the apex of the curve. And that's the best rider in this group. That's Ome Rodriguez, white helmet, blue jerseys with white sleeves, 006 or 008. That's William Forsuela from the right, followed by Edgar Fuentes and a Cannondale. And then we have Rafi on the right with the electric green helmet. We have here 014 Keith Dinoy making an attack. And then Rafi is following Keith, and everybody else following Keith. But while Ome and Art and the other heavy hitters are just keeping their cool. Highland tried to get away from the left side, but the door closed and he was left with nothing. But there was no stopping him since he made another attack, this time from the right. And everybody scrambled to get behind his wheel. What is interesting here is the appearance of the guy in white jersey, blue shoes. That's Tata T, is very good crit rider. But I think he lacks fit. He lacks fitness for now. I was not able to get it on video, but half a lap earlier, Ome had chased Hylin down, and now they were the duo who was ahead of the pack. And then Orlan made a strange hand signal. I don't know what it meant, but that was my key to make a counter attack from the left. So I chased Ome and Hylin down. I didn't notice it, but behind me was Rex Gonzalez, the one-armed cyclist who was behind me. He was always behind me all the time. I was surprised I was able to catch them that quickly, but I realized later on that they were slowing down. And Rex was not the only passenger behind me. There was, I think, William Persuelo also, and another guy. So when I caught them, I immediately went to the front because, again, as I've said, I noticed them slowing down. I didn't stop. I went to the front, hopefully to encourage them to work, that we should work together. So we really had a good gap. If you look at the chasing group on the left, we had a good gap. Fortunately, only Ome was willing to work with me. William Firstfellow was on the other side. He should have stayed behind us. And then Rex Gonzalez, no, that wasn't working. And Hylin just didn't want to work. I think he made a decision that if it's either he won by himself or not win at all. Hylin was gesturing that he wasn't willing to work. And so, again, Ome, I tried to make it work. Hopefully, he would be encouraged to help. Unfortunately, he didn't like to help. He didn't want to help. We caught William, and eventually we caught Rex. But again, this was a half-hearted breakaway at this time. I was very, very disappointed, but it's bike racing. Things like this happen. So just move on and go to the next breakaway, or maybe wait for the sprint. Ome was still setting a high pace. Finally, reinforcement arrived in the form of Roy. So Roy took over, set pace, and off we won again. I like Roy's style of racing. He doesn't easily give up, and it's like as long as the finish line is still there in front of us, then the game's still on. That's his mentality, and I appreciate that. As Ome took over the pacing, I left the gap open, and guess who chased back? just cat and mousing and waiting for the pack to catch up. It's a shame that our breakaway, our little adventure, had to end this way, because I thought that we could cross the finish line if we just work together. But again, that's bike racing. We were really going at a turtle's pace. After about 3 laps of adventures, we were caught, and it was Grupo Compatible again. With 3 laps or under 3 laps to go, Rex Gonzalez made an attack from the right. Only Ume could respond to Rex's attack, while the rest of us were just watching. Me was too far behind to react to the action ahead. That's one problem I had with bike racing. I like to stay at the back, even though I know it's not the correct place to be. The gap between the group and Ume and Rex was not that much. In fact, I think, or rather I thought at the time, that it was reachable. The only problem was that I think everybody was already tired. Nobody wants to chase. Everybody was waiting for anyone to chase. And that's a problem during the end part of the race. Everybody expects somebody to do something. And it spelled difference between winning and losing. Our chase was not gaining anything on Ume and Rex. And after the race, Ume told me that Rex wasn't working as well as he was. So he was also a little bit apprehensive that Rex might attack him later on. I wanted to attack on the last lap, but I think the speed was just too high for me to make a reasonable attack. Another concern I had was that it was starting to rain. Make no mistake, I love racing in the rain, but I don't like racing during the first few minutes of the rain, because the oil on the road will simply rise up above the water and it makes the road slippery, and it unsettles me. I did not like my position here. I was too far back. I need to move up after the U-turn, otherwise I'd have no chance. Rain was getting harder and harder, and the roads I thought was getting more slippery, and this affected the mental aspect of my game. But in spite of that, I wanted to be at the front, like second, third wheel or fourth wheel would be fine with me. So I made the same tactics, like braking late, and then took the apex during a U-turn. So this is Paul Gambong, and at this point I think he was cooked already. He slowed down a little bit here, and Roy attacked, and then Hyland followed. Forgot to mention Nonoy Abasola, the guy in a blue pair of socks, white jersey. He's a very good sprinter, so I was very wary of him. With half a lap to go, I was where I wanted to be, just at the right spot. So this is it. This is the final kilometer of the race. So this is Nonoy ahead of me, and ahead of Nonoy was, I think, Edgar Fuentes, and in front of Edgar was Ryan Ocanyada. Then Ryan slowed down and Edgar went to the right, followed by Nonoy. Then I made a mistake. I should have stayed behind the wheel of Nonoy. what I did at this point was stay behind the wheel of Ryan, and I know Ryan was dying. So when I overtook Ryan, Edgar was now way ahead of me. I couldn't catch him anymore. But Nonoy, he was slowing down, so I passed by him, and I was trying to catch the three guys in front of me, Edgar, Hailin, and Roy. I thought the third place was still a possibility, so I poured it on. Then from out of nowhere, Art Lambo passed by my right. And so I really tried to chase hard going to the next gear, but there was no gear. I was hoping that I could get 5th place instead of 3rd. So I managed to pip Hailin at the line. Problem was only the top 3 were awarded prizes. And so that's the end of my race. Thanks for watching. Next video will be about the Talisay Fiesta Crit. Before I go, I would like to say thank you to Mayor Jonas Cortes and the City of Mandaue for allowing us to use this area from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. every Sunday. So if you are into bike racing, drop by, join the race, and have fun.